If you want to know how we took a dead Shopify store that only made $7,200 in 2019 and transformed it into a six-figure earning store the very next year in only 3 months, this video is for you. We aren't marketing gurus and we didn't spend a fortune on influencers. So if you're curious about our secret, watch the whole video and make sure to subscribe to our channel. On this channel, we talk about everything from spirituality and metaphysics to business. Because while we're spiritual beings having a human experience, part of that human experience is having to pay for the things you need in life. Money is simply a tool, and although it can be misused like any other tool, on its own, it's completely neutral. Now, we've done a lot of videos on growing your streams of income with self-publishing on this channel, but as we mentioned before, we have our hands in many other businesses as well. One of those is our brand stores. As I said previously, back in 2019, our stores were completely dead. One of our stores raked in a measly $7,200 for the entire year. And the reason for this was that basically we were new to e-commerce, we had no idea how to market, we didn't have a strong online fan base, and we honestly stopped paying our Shopify stores that much attention because we found online marketplaces like Etsy to be so much easier. But in 2020, the same store pulled in a whopping 100K plus in sales without us having to do much of anything in the way of ads, influencers, etc. We did so well and surprised ourselves so much that it inspired today's video. That's why I want to share tips and advice for anyone interested in starting their own business or anyone who's struggling and just needs inspiration. I hope you use this information to help your business have the best Q4 yet. In no particular order, let's get started. First, you need to know your audience. I know it sounds cliche, but this is literally what'll make or break your business. In order to sell to someone, you need to know who they are. You need to know the age of your audience, their education level, their gender or sex, their hobbies, income levels, what issue or problem they have, and also how can your business help to solve those problems. Businesses that cater to people's pain points like health, relationships, and money, yes, they do well. But believe it or not, so many other businesses do well too. Maybe your audience is looking for easy to apply lashes that last long and are high quality. Maybe your audience wants to rock clothes or accessories that align with their religious, political views, spiritual practices, heritage, or occupation. There's no problem that's too small, so don't get too stuck on that. Next, you want to decide on your niche. Keep in mind that while it may be tempting to create a general store where you just throw everything on your website and hope everything sells, most people have better luck niching down into something particular. Your goal should never be to sell to everyone in the world. In fact, when you try to sell to everyone, you end up selling to no one. Try to find niches wherein the group of people don't often have products that are advertised to them, and target those people. Maybe they struggle to find companies that cater to their own interests. When there's less competition somewhere, but there's a great demand for products, you're more likely going to touch on a fan base where the people are super excited that you're here. That's what you want. You want super fans. Super fans are the key to making money in business when you aren't consistently running ads. Why? Because they're going to shout you out. They're going to tell their friends about you. They'll advertise your products to their friends and followers without even thinking about it. Next, you want to decide on what you're going to sell, and then you want to validate it before you jump into it. Then create products that your audience will love. This begins, of course, with knowing your audience. When you know your audience, it's so easy to predict the type of products that they would appreciate. And there's many different ways to do that. Not going to get into it on this video because I don't want it to be too long. But after that, to validate your niche and products, search for stores, aka competitors in your niche who are doing well. While the goal is not to copy an existing brand or store, it's very reassuring to find stores that are successful in your niche. It helps to know that you're on the right track, and it's so important to know as early on as possible that your business is profitable and scalable before jumping into it. You don't want to find out a year into your business that the niche can't even pull six figures because the demand just isn't there. The next thing you're going to want to do is join our mailing list. Seriously, we'll be sharing tons of amazing resources for manifesting your best life. And that'll be through business tips from our own experiences, as well as those of millionaires and billionaires. That'll be through sharing mindset exercises and meditations, and also affirmations and manifestation techniques, because your outer world is only a reflection of your inner world. If you don't believe that you can be successful, you're not going to achieve anything and you're going to end up getting in your own way. So definitely join the mailing list so you can get access to all this good stuff and exclusive content first. Next, you're going to need a damn good website. You need a website that's attractive. This, of course, means plenty of high quality photos of your products, a nice banner, etc. But it also means that the functionality needs to be on point. Your website should be simple to navigate and load quickly because, believe it or not, Google favors websites with faster loading times. Now, Shopify is our website of choice because it's user-friendly and beginner-friendly, and you can find the link in the description for 14 days free. We also like Shopify because it has all kinds of apps. Some of them allow you to compress photo files so that while you have high quality photos on your website, they take up less space on the site with these apps. And there's tons of other amazing apps as well that help you with conversions, that help you to make sales, run sales, retarget people who go to your website, and all that good stuff. I will tell you right now, you don't need tons of apps. There are many million-dollar stores that I've checked out personally, and they have less than 20 running. And that's because apps also take up space on your website. So the less you can get away with, the better sometimes. Another thing is make sure your product prices are visible and make sure that the shipping is reasonable for both you and your customer. Now, this is something that you may not get right away. You may have to play with your shipping prices a bit. There are so many different shipping pricing strategies out there, so check around, try them out, and see basically which one works best for you. I probably should have mentioned this one earlier, but you're going to need to, of course, source your products. So figure out how you're going to get your products created. People tend to think that there's only the option of making them by hand, but that's not actually true. There are ways to leverage other companies' products while still creating products that are unique enough so that you're not competing with thousands of other stores selling the same product as you. And it's not drop shipping. We actually like the business model print on demand because it allows you to create new products out of existing products, but still be creative at the same time. Print on demand is when you source products from a company that already sells the merch you'd like to sell. And basically you put your designs, you put your logo and all that good stuff on their products. So let's say you want to sell shoes. You don't have to sew the shoes yourself and then paint them yourself. That would take forever. That would take a lot of skill, and it would probably be quite expensive. Instead, you go to a company that sells shoes. You sign up, you upload your designs, your logo and stuff like that, and then you put it on your website. Once someone makes an order, the company gets to work producing your shoes. This is great because you only create what people buy. That way, you're never stuck with inventory and your money is never tied up in products. Cash flow is literally one of the most detrimental things that a new business owner can experience. I'm talking to you from experience. It can really set you back. So print on demand is a wonderful answer to this issue. And I should also mention that with print on demand companies, most of the time they're willing to go as far as shipping your customers the products that they order so that you never have to touch these products at all if that's what you wish. Next is social media. I can't express how important this one is. It is so important. Your social media game needs to be so strong if you aren't running ads or buying shout outs regularly. You need to be everywhere that your customer base is, with no exceptions. Think about it like this. Back in your parents' day, it used to cost thousands of dollars to advertise in a newspaper. The only screen most people watched at the time was television, and a television ad was way out of people's budget. It would cost hundreds of thousands to even millions of dollars, right? Well, nowadays, most people watch their computer or phone screens way more than they watch TV. And what are they watching? Stuff on social media, which is completely free. So get in front of their eyes. Open a business account on any social media platform where your customer base hangs out, whether that's YouTube, IG, TikTok, Clubhouse, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, or somewhere that's brand new. You need to be there showcasing your brand. That means sharing your products, sharing your service, following people who are in your customer base, all of that stuff, because you never know who will find your products. And when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Our customer base found us on social media last year and shared our products excitedly, which helped us to go viral. We actually discovered that we really prefer happy customer testimonies and posts over paid influencer shoutouts because their content just hits different. Happy customers speak to their followers in a way that's genuine when they talk about your products. I think it's because oftentimes there's a familiarity with their followers, and basically their followers see them like, their friends. And when your friend loves something and they're sharing it with you and they're truly excited, that energy is contagious. It can spark a chain reaction that makes everyone who watches their content desire what they're sharing. As a business that goes viral in this way, you can experience thousands of dollars extra in daily sales, literally overnight, all while making people happy. Next, I would say be ready for Q4. I can't stress this enough. Q4 is the busiest time of year for shipping services and companies alike. The Rona adds even more congestion to very busy post office services. So plan ahead of time how you plan to combat this and fulfill orders quickly. This is not so much an issue for those of you who use local companies to produce your products. But if you're like us and you work with companies outside of North America, once you figure out the products you carry that your customers truly love, you may want to consider holding stock during Q4. In fact, I'd recommend it. Now, by holding stock, what I mean is buy some of your own products from your manufacturer and ship them to yourself. Then you can process your orders from home. We did this last year during the Christmas season because it allows you to ship faster than any of your competitors, and it helps to improve your customers' shopping experience. And remember, happy customers are more likely to return, to buy more, and to tell others about you, which is all things you want. Next is mindset. There are so many people who are skeptical about online business. I know, still in 2021, they're skeptical. As soon as you talk about making money online, it often does one of two things to people. It'll either really excite them and interest them, or they'll get triggered because they think it's all got to be a scam. You can't assume things are scams and then simultaneously be trying to make money online. You got to let go of one belief system, since two opposing beliefs can't exist at the same time in your brain. Basically, we attract the things that we think about. So what you think about is going to become your reality. So make sure you're picking the reality that you actually want. And that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to mindset. Definitely check out the channel for more mindset related content, and we'll be adding some more very soon. Finally, I'll remind you to subscribe to our channel and check out our playlists. There's our mindset affirmations playlist, there's our business playlist, and like I said before, we've been having so much success with the Kindle Direct Publishing business models. So you can check out all of those if you're interested in, different streams of income. And also in the past, we sold on Etsy, like I said before too, and we did really well with that. So we actually produced high quality and highly affordable courses on both subjects, and we've left the links in the description to those. And if you have any questions, write it in the comment section of this video and I'll do my best to answer it, or we'll make a video on it. I just basically wanted to share this video with you guys because I couldn't believe our numbers last year, and you got to share good things. You got to share information that you learn. And, I know that there's a lot of people out there who are trying to make their own online businesses work, especially, during these times and stuff. A lot of people have lost their jobs, and it can be really heartbreaking and discouraging when your business doesn't take off right away. And that can really cause someone to lose faith in not only their products and their skills, but also in themselves. Sometimes it's not your products and it's not you. Sometimes you just have to find yourself wherever your audience is and place your brand where people can see it. You know, it can really be that simple. The more eyes that you have on your products, then the more success you're bound to have. That's what marketing does. It just puts your products in front of more eyes. You can do that yourself without running ads. You can do that without influencers. Anyways, I've been talking a lot. I'm going to end this video. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.